Elena Cruz never wanted to be part of the art world. But when David Volkov, billionaire, powerful, dangerous, sees her paintings, he doesn't just want her art. He wants her. Forced into a marriage for protection, Elena soon realizes it's not just her life at stake, but her heart, love, control, obsession. Where does one end and the other begin? This is a story of power, passion, and what happens when a man decides you're his forever. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Every story here is short but meaningful, crafted to inspire, connect, and maybe even change the way you see things. So sit back, relax, and let today's story take you somewhere new. Let's begin. It began with a painting. She didn't even want to be there. The gallery smelled of too much perfume and desperation. A place where the wealthy came to flaunt their taste rather than appreciate art. Elena Cruz had always been quiet about her talent. Creating worlds on canvas was sacred to her, not meant to be sold to people who would forget her name the moment the painting matched their wallpaper. But she needed the money. After her father's mysterious disappearance and her mother's illness, the bills piled up. She agreed to showcase 5 pieces. Nothing more. No mingling. Just art and silence. And then he saw her. David Volkov didn't attend gallery showings. He didn't care for art, color, or emotions. But someone told him. There was a woman who painted with a soul he had long since buried. A friend, no. A former enemy turned associate, pushed him into the gallery, half as a joke. He never laughed again after seeing her. She stood there in a simple black dress, hair loosely tied, eyes like golden firelight in the dim room. And around her, 5 paintings that burned with agony, love, longing. In that moment, David forgot he ruled an empire. He approached her like a man possessed.
You painted these?
Elena looked up, startled by the dark voice. Tall, sharply dressed, eyes like storm clouds. He radiated danger. Yes, she answered wearily.
They're not for sale anymore.
He said. She blinked. Excuse me.
I'll take all of them. And you?
The next days were a blur. A break-in at her apartment. A threat she couldn't trace. Then David appeared again, offering protection and a contract. Marriage? She thought he was insane. She refused. Until someone tried to run her down in the street. Until her mother's hospital room was ransacked. Until the police turned her away like they'd been paid off. And David, always watching, always near, stepped in with a soft voice and a diamond ring.
You'll be safe with me.
She said yes. He gave her the world. Mansions in Spain, Paris, Dubai. Every dress, every jewel, every dream. Her mother was moved to the best care in Switzerland. Elena never wanted for anything, except freedom. She learned the rules quickly. She was his queen, his muse, his obsession. But she could not speak to other men, could not paint without him watching, could not go where he didn't allow.
Your eyes are too beautiful to waste on anyone else.
He whispered once, kissing her eyelids.
They belong to me.
There were moments, late nights where he held her like he'd fall apart without her, where he wept silently in her arms, haunted by a past she didn't yet know. A little boy raised by criminals, betrayed by his own blood, hardened into a man who crushed nations, and loved only one woman. And there were moments where she saw something in herself too. An ache when he left, a fire when he touched her. She hated him, didn't she? So why did her heart race when he looked at her like she was air? Enter Raphael, her bodyguard, silent, strong, loyal, and in love with her. He never said a word, but she felt it in every lingering glance, and David saw it too.
He will be reassigned.
David said flatly.
He hasn't done anything.
She protested.
Exactly.
The tension exploded one night when she left the villa without permission, just to breathe. When she returned, David's wrath was quiet but violent, not physical, but in the way he shattered a priceless vase with his bare hands, bleeding as he whispered,
Don't ever leave me again.
You don't own me.
I do, and I love you. Doesn't that count for anything?
She didn't answer. The attack came swift. A rival from David's underworld past. Victor Halzen, a man thought dead, abducted Elena from a private event. The world froze. David unleashed hell. Fleets of mercenaries. Politicians pulled like puppets. Surveillance everywhere. The media reported a global manhunt for an heiress, but no one knew the war happening beneath the surface. Elena was held for 6 days. Victor tried to turn her against David, showed her clips of David's darker crimes, his past lovers who disappeared, his war deals, his manipulation. And yet, she saw the same broken boy in those images, the same man who held her after nightmares, who painted her studio with sunlight every morning, who would die for her. When David found them, he nearly did. The rescue was bloody. He took 3 bullets, but he didn't stop until she was in his arms.
You came for me.
She whispered.
Always.
Recovery was slow. David's empire nearly collapsed as he refused to leave her side. And Elena, for the first time, painted again, this time for him. One morning, as the sun poured into their balcony, she placed a painting in front of him. It was them, him in shadows, her in light, but holding hands.
I was never yours because you forced me,
She said softly.
but I am yours now because I choose to be.
David broke. He let go. No more rules. No more surveillance. No more cages. He stepped back, and she stepped forward. They built a new empire together. She taught him to feel again. He taught her to be fearless. They faced more threats. Rivalries, jealous socialites, boardroom betrayals. But they were united now. Elena stood by his side at international summits and underground negotiations alike. Her quiet strength became his anchor. Raphael, though reassigned, remained loyal. He eventually married Elena's best friend from college, Ava, who had re-entered her life and became a source of grounding advice. Victor Halzen was never heard from again. Rumors whispered that Elena herself gave the order. But power didn't change her. She opened a foundation for battered women, helped lost artists. David supported every endeavor with pride in his eyes. One evening, years later, as they danced on a balcony overlooking the Italian coast, he kissed her hand and murmured,
You are still the only thing I ever truly wanted.
Then you're lucky,
She smiled.
because you have me.
In the end, David and Elena's love evolves from control to trust. What began in fear transforms into a partnership built on healing and forgiveness. Their journey shows us that love isn't about possession. It's about choosing each other, freely despite the darkness. True strength isn't in holding on tight, but in letting go and finding freedom in each other's arms. Their story reminds us that love, when real, sets us free. Sometimes, the greatest power lies in choosing to love, without fear. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. It truly means the world to me. Whether you're a longtime viewer or just discovered these stories, I'm so grateful you're here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories. Thanks again, you're the heart of this channel.